All right, everybody, got another late review for everybody. I did not see this in the theaters. I finally watched this on digital. It came out, I think, was it 2 weeks ago? I think it came out. This is the sequel to Megan, Megan 2.0. And this time, Megan is bigger and badder, but she's up against even more robot that's bigger and badder than her, and that is Amelia. And that's where we get into this movie. To keep my thoughts before I start, what I want to talk about, what I liked about this movie, is that this movie was a lot of fun. It's funny that I don't know of the whole criticism against this movie. Of course there is, because people don't know how to have fun anymore. But one of them had the nerve to say that it took the horror elements out of this. I want to say this. First of all, the first one to me was not that scary. And we've seen shift of tone movies in the past. And I'm going to give perfect examples. But before I do, let's get into why I really enjoy this film. And here it is. Of course, Megan herself was still great in this film. Look, I liked her a lot in the first movie. It was, different type of film, what this whole thing was about. But to me, Megan, it was even more awesome in this movie, especially when she ends up being an ally to the characters they try to kill she tried to kill in the first film. But I do enjoy her a lot in this one. She even got some amazing action sequences. So I really, really enjoyed Megan in this one. She still was just as great as she was in the first film, but 2 times better. So definitely go to Spotlight has to go to Megan herself. And of course, we got the return of Gemma and Katie, the main characters in the first film, played by Allison Williams and Violet McGraw. And to me, like, this is what I want to compare this movie to also. It has elements, and people gonna think I'm crazy for saying this, elements of T2 in a way, because it's sort of like, in this movie, these two are sort of like the Sarah and John Connor in a way, because in this one, it's like the shift in direction is totally different than the first film. Like Terminator. Terminator, the first one, the first Terminator tried to kill Sarah Connor. This one, the old Terminator, a new program Terminator, tries to help Sarah Connor and her son. I know they're aunt and niece, but it definitely feels like that a little bit, because this time Megan is partnered with these two characters that she tried to kill in the first movie. She's partnered with them to try to fight a bigger threat like T2 with the T1000. So that's the reason why I compare these two movies together in a way. And they were still great in their characters. And we got our new threat, which technically is the T1000, played by Ivana Sakno. I can't, forgive me if I mispronounce her name. I think she's Ukrainian. I've seen her actually before in the movie. I think she was in Pacific Rim 2, and she was also in Ahsoka. Yeah, I forgot about this. She was also in Ahsoka. She was great as Amelia. Like I said, she's a T1000 of this movie. Liked her character in this one, especially with the part when she goes up against. It's a whole fight sequence with her and Megan, and I had a lot of fun with this character as well. But yeah, to me she was just as good as Megan, but still Megan's still my favorite. But I really enjoyed Amelia in this movie as well. So my final thoughts, guys. It just, to me, the criticism does not warrant people saying it's shifted, went away from the horror, which to me the first one was not that scary. And we've seen movies like this before. Here's my examples. I gave it in a way in this review. Terminator. We got Arnold's character, the first Terminator, which he was really scary in that one. So to me, it was a sci-fi horror. Alien the same way. Alien. Yeah, went from Alien was the first one, and that was more of a sci-fi horror. It shifted to a sci-fi action. Alien, same with T2 as well. So to me, that criticism does not warrant. So guys, if you want to turn your brain off kind of movie to have fun, sci-fi action, if you guys consider a little bit of horror sprinkled to it, consider horror. I really don't consider it horror. And a little bit of comedy mixed into it, because there's some parts in there that did make me laugh. I had fun with this, guys. If you love Megan, just sit down and have fun with Megan. She was definitely the spotlight in this film. I really enjoyed Megan more she was great in the first one, but I liked her even more in this one. And I would say this, I like this even better than the first one, in my opinion. I think the first one was so much better and was so much over the topness in this movie. That's the reason why I enjoyed it so much. So if you love Megan, I know there's going to be another movie in this universe, but it's going to be more of an adult kind of movie. I forgot the name of the movie, but it's going to be focusing on a SEGGS doll. I don't want to say it because TikTok may flag this, but yeah, it's gonna be focused on that kind of doll in that one. So I hope to see more of Megan in the future. I really do want to see more of her. So hopefully we'll see more. I don't know how the box office went. I can't remember, but I want to see more of this. Please give us more, because I cannot get enough of Megan. So what I'm gonna give this, guys, like I said, I had fun with this movie. I would give it a 9 out of 10. I had loads of fun, and definitely will purchase this on physical media and watch it again. So yes, 9 out of 10 for me. Check it out.